We're standing out in Vineyard where this crew has been suckering. And what suckering is usually removing unwanted green shoots that we don't need anymore for the season and completely pinching them off. And sometimes it doubles, what we call doubles. And like for example, right here, there's 2 shoots coming out of this bud area. We'll remove the lower one, or the weaker one in this case, and just let the primary shoot that we want to develop. As you can see on this particular shoot, there's 1, 2, 3 clusters that have formed so far, and we are at the stage of pre-flowering. And this shoot has 2. This shoot here has 3. 1, 2, and 3 over here. So so far that we know that that's an excellent prognosis for this coming year. And again, the primary goal in suckering is to remove unwanted green shoots and just keep what we want for the rest of the growing season. We're looking for good quality fruit and not necessarily for quantity. So thinning the fruit, maybe at some point when we come back, we'll show you about how we thin and remove parts of the cluster. Like here, we'll snip off part of this cluster that we don't need. It's called a wing or a shoulder. And this just to kind of give enough space again for these clusters that are going to be fairly large, weigh close to 1/4 to 1/3 of a pound each. They have to have some room to develop, to be able to get sunlight completely around them through the growing season. For any of the mildew sprays or insecticide sprays that we're putting on, there has to be openness through this system. So again, we're only looking for 1 shoot to come out of each one of these bud positions, and then next year this will be laid down and tied to fill in the space between the 2 cordons. Everything again that we do in a vineyard is really for the next year or the following year's crop, whether it's pruning, whether it's suckering, fertilizing, for mildew cultivation and things like that. So, you know, again, for removal of these unwanted shoots is really to have a good development, a good strong position, and to allow room for these clusters to develop. These clusters are not ready for flowering or bloom, as we call it. That's going to happen as these clusters get a little bit longer and there's a little bit more space around each of these primordial flowers that are under these caps. Grapes are self-pollinating. They don't need wind. They don't need bees. They don't need alternate varieties, much like in almonds or peaches or cherries. They are self-pollinating, and the flowers in this case form after the clusters are developed a little bit longer, and then they'll all flower, depending on the weather, within about a week to 10 days.